with Rashad.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be installing the side skirts that I purchased from American Authority. Should be fun. So, where we're at here, underneath the vehicle, hopefully you can see, the quick jacks are kind of getting in the way. Didn't really think that part through. So, I was able to get a few in there, not all of them. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start releasing the tape now, get that pushed on, do the inner fender bolts here, and then once the everything else is done, we can just zip in. I think there's like 3 or 4 screws on the bottom I have to do, but otherwise it looks pretty good. It's on. Pretty excited. So see what we got once we put this tape on here. So I'm going to heat it up. So the GoPro battery ended up dying on us, but the installation on these is actually pretty straightforward. I learned a few things I want to share. Let me explain. First of all, if you take a look right now, I've got these foam blocks that I have no idea where I found, but they're really useful. And these are actually propping up the skirt. And what you'll see is, so I actually have E6000 glue. Really want to stay away from gluing things to the car in the spots that it didn't, hopefully you don't see it, but in the spots that didn't stick with the tape. So overall it did a pretty good job. I'm going to remove these foam blocks here pretty directly, and everything should hold. I'm using E6000 glue, and the dry time isn't terrible on it, but it's pretty strong stuff. I still have to do this spot here. Not really too worried about that. That's going to be an easy fix. I'll just prop something against there and or clamp that down while I put some glue in there. But I'll have to do that another day. If we go on the other side here, so I'm not sure what it was, maybe just the design of these skirts, just the nature of them. This spot here really pulled away. No matter what I did to heat the tape or do anything, and I actually used the VHB 3M tape that I had laying around, and it still isn't enough. And you can kind of see, I mean, it's still kind of fighting me. That may require some more work, maybe some more stuff on the underside here. But overall, I really can't complain. They fit very well. Another thing I'll say that I was really disappointed in, I feel like they could measure this, but they only give you enough tape to do 1.5 side skirts. I'm not sure how they got this wrong, because they make the side skirts. They should know the length. But they didn't give you enough to do this. So keep this in mind if you go through American Authority and you get the mpconcepts skirts, you will not have enough tape. And I recommend buying 3M VHB tape anyway. So this is what I recommend. It is a little thicker than what the side is, but hopefully you can see this. This stuff here, this is the strong adhesive. I actually use this to hold the paddles on, the paddle shifters. I heated it up really well, put it on there and held it for like a minute or two, and it is not going anywhere. The reason the side skirts are not having that kind of success with that tape isn't because of the tape. It's because the nature of how these are mounted. You know, the screws hold the bottom on, but the adhesive is fighting. So the top part's actually pulling away due to the bottom pulling it down, if that makes sense. So the farther down that you put the screws, and it tells you push it in as far as you can before you screw it down. The problem is you're fighting yourself because the top part wants to pull away, you know, as you push this in toward the bottom of the car. So all in all, if I had to do this again, I think what I would do differently, I would do the top part first, then do the bottom. And I know they're not supposed to do it that way, but it just didn't make sense to me to do it any other way. Again, I don't think anyone would notice this unless I pointed it out to them. If there is a little bit of a gap there, it still looks great. I think it makes the car look so much better.